message. Dr. Egan returning your call.
Okay, Dr. Egan, how are you? I only have a few minutes because I have to run out. But I'd like to ask you a few questions about the letter you sent me.
Okay.
Okay, do you have the letter in front of you, or?
I do not.
Okay, because I left a message with the secretary that this call was in reference to that the other day. Could you get it, or?
I did.
No, but can you get the letter so we can go over it, or?
Well, what are your questions, Mr. Braun?
I'm asking you to get the letter so we can go over it, so I don't have to keep reading over the statement. So, could you do that or no?
My secretary's not in today.
Okay.
So
Christine's not your secretary? I spoke to Christine earlier today. Christine, your secretary?
She is not.
She's not. Okay. Who's your secretary then? I was just.
Mrs. Bishop.
Isn't that the assistant superintendent?
No.
No? Okay. Then I must have read it wrong.
That's incorrect.
Okay. That must be wrong because I thought I read that in the calendar. Okay. So, let me just make it very clear. Apparently you don't understand what the problem is. It started off with to me regarding my daughter about a statement.
Allegedly.
No, he did. Okay? Because are you saying that he didn't lie?
I have no idea if he lied or he didn't.
Wait.
You have called him a liar.
No, but you've looked into this already, right? You've investigated this?
How can I help you today, Mr.
No, you answered my questions. Did you investigate this?
What am I investigating, Mr. Braun?
So now you don't know what you're investigating. Okay. But you know he didn't lie. Okay.
I didn't say that. I said
Okay.
you have alleged that he's a liar.
Okay.
That is your allegation.
Right. He stated for my daughter to do something and she didn't do it. An action. When I confronted him about that, he then lied about an email that he sent to me. Okay? She has nothing to lie about. When I asked for that email on June 4th, when he told me, and he said what he started to tell me what was in the email, and then he stopped and changed his story. I asked him for a copy of that, and he said I couldn't have it. So for 2.5 weeks, I asked for a copy of that. I asked the assistant principal, and I asked the principal, Mr. Baracco. How come it took 2.5 weeks before I got that?
I don't know, Mr. Braun.
Okay, and now I'm entitled to that, correct?
Well, you have filed a FOIL request.
But my question is, do I need to file a FOIL, or I'm entitled to it? I don't have to file anything, correct? When I asked for it for the first moment that I asked, I was supposed to get it, correct?
I am not going to respond to that, Mr. Braun. You
Okay.
foiled emails.
Okay, so you're not going to answer that. So you're not going to answer. So
your FOIL request.
So my question is, I didn't have to file the FOIL. I was supposed to get that the minute I asked for it. So my question then is that after I answer my question, because it's a forgery.
I draw your attention to
because it's a forgery.
Comment that I made where you are rude and harassing.
Okay.
I am finding you rude and harassing.
Okay.
Okay. This is a personal issue that you have.
No. Now,
what
Mr. Dr. Egan. Dr. Egan.
Superintendent of schools.
Okay, Dr. Egan. I would like to have you state in your letter you have reports of rude, harassing, and creepy. What do you mean by creepy?
My employees have reported to me verbally.
Who?
Okay.
Who?
So this is feedback that you need to have because, quite frankly, you are harassing my employees just as you are harassing me right now.
I'm asking you questions. You're refusing to answer them. My question is that I like to have a copy of those reports.
They do not. If you would like to file them, Mr.
No, I want a copy of those reports. You said you have reports of me harassing, rude, and creepy.
Reports, Mr. Braun.
Okay, can you put them in writing, please?
No.
So you're not going to put them in writing? Then
my
can you?
letter
Okay.
is writing to you, Mr. Braun.
Okay, so you're not going to put them in writing.
Your behavior is inappropriate.
No, your behavior is inappropriate, sir. My question is that. My question now is that. Then verbally tell me.
Mr. Braun?
Verbally tell me.
At this point,
Mr.
you
Egan,
are wasting my time.
Dr. Egan, you're wasting. Dr. Egan, you're wasting my time, sir. You're wasting my time. My question is, who told you? Give me one example of who said I was rude.
Mr. Braun, what does this have to do with Mr.
Now, speaking about your letter that you wrote to me, who said that I was rude to them?
My letter is clear.
No.
I am not.
Okay, so you're not going to answer that question. Can you give me an example of who said I was harassing them?
You are harassing me right now.
Okay, and how am I doing that, sir?
How can I help you with?
How am I harassing you, sir? How am I harassing you?
Mr. Braun, we are getting nowhere.
My last question on this thing is that you said that I was creepy. How am I creepy? Who said that I was creepy? Can you give me an example of that?
Mr. Braun, how can I help you today?
Okay, so you're not going to give me an example. That's fine.
How can I help you today?
Now, do you have a problem of me recording our conversations with your employees?
I have a problem if you do that without...
I don't need anybody's permission.
Without their knowledge by law.
By law, I don't need their permission.
For videotaping, you do.
No, well, we're not talking video. I'm talking audio. You have been here on audio.
You need consent.
No, not for audio.
Video, you do.
No, and well, we'll get to that in a second. So I'm asking you a question. Do you have a problem me recording? Because I would like you to record, so then you have records for yourself. Because I don't have a problem.
Are you recording this conversation right now, Mr.
Yes, I am. So my question is that you have a problem with that.
Sure. I think that is...
Why do you have a problem with that? If you're not doing anything wrong, sir, why do you have a problem? I don't have a problem. How come you have a problem with that?
That is a feeling that I have.
But what do you mean feeling? Well, I mean, if you're not doing something wrong, record me. I have nothing. But if you're going to do something wrong and you don't want to be held accountable, then I can understand why you wouldn't want to be recorded.
So let me ask you.
So let's go on to the next question. You're not going to answer that one. So videotapes.
So are we having a dialogue here?
You're not answering my question, so we're not having a dialogue. I guess no, you're not. You have not answered one of my questions yet.
Call me back when we can have a dialogue about your issue.
No, when can you? No, my next question.